वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन मंदिर मनोहार वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन अमृता कालिंदी रे राजहंस किली करे ताहे शोभे कनक कमल
अमृता कालिंदी राजहंस किली करे ताहे शोभे कनक कमल
तार मध्ये हिमापीठ अष्टदले बेष्टिताष्टदले प्रधान नायिका
मध्ये हिमापीठ अष्टदले बेष्टित अष्टदले प्रधान नायिका
तार मध्ये रत्नासने बसियाछे दुई जने श्याम संगे सुंदरी राधिका
तार मध्ये रत्नासने बसियाछे दुई जने श्याम संगे सुंदरी राधिका
रूप लावण्य राशि आमिये परिचे खाशी हास्य परिहास संभाषणी
रूप लावण्य राशि आमिया परिचे काशी हास्य परिहास संभाषणी
नरोत्तम दास कोए नित्य लीला सुख मोए सदा ही सुरुक मोर मानी
नरोत्तम दास कोई नित्य लीला सुख मोई सदाई स्फुरक मोरामानी
वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन मंदिर मनोहार
वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन मंदिर मनोहार
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Beautiful Vrindavan is filled with Chintamani gems. and many jewel palaces and temples. Many regal swans play in the waters of the Yamuna, and in those waters a splendid golden lotus flower blows.
In the middle of that lotus is a golden place surrounded by 8 petals. On these 8 petals, the 8 principal gopis reside. And in the center, Lord Shyamasundar and beautiful Srimati Radharani sit on a jewel throne.
The great beauty of the divine couple and their charming joking and laughter continually showers nectar everywhere. Narottama Dasa says, I pray that these blissful, eternal, transcendental pastimes of the divine couple may be always manifested in my heart. Hare Krishna.
The great beauty of the divine couple and their charming joking and laughter continually showers nectar everywhere. Narottama Dasa says, I pray that these blissful, eternal, transcendental pastimes of the divine couple may be always manifested in my heart. That's Srila Narottama Das Thakur. So, Srila Narottama Das Thakur, did you get the theme of this song? What is this song about? Thakur Mahasaya, what is he describing? Any idea?
About Vrindavan Dham.
Right? Yeah. So in Keturi, there is a place called Bhajan Sthali. There, Narottama Das Thakur, he used to spend most of his time there doing bhajan, Hari Bhajan, Hare Krishna, Mahamantra and bhajan. So there, the time used to just pass by. He didn't know it was morning or night. And, his mother used to send prasadam from the palace to Bhajan Sthali. But the servants, they brought the prasadam, but they couldn't break the meditation of Narottama. So they used to just place the prasadam outside far, and not disturb him and then go back like that. So after 2 or 3 days, when Thakur Mahasaya comes to external consciousness, then he would see there is some prasadam that was there for past 2-3 days like that. So they were so deep in their bhajan, and from that deepest bhajan, this deep bhajan is samadhi bhajan. This is lila samadhi. In Ashtanga Yoga, after the yogis do yama, niyama, pranayama, pratyahara, those are the basic things. Yeah, yama, niyama is do's and don'ts. And then they do the Ashtanga, and they do the yama, niyama, and one second. Yeah. Yama, niyama, those are do's and don'ts. And the other one is asana. They do the asana to make the body flexible so it can last longer, and they can sit in the meditation for days and months together. That's the purpose of asana that they practice. So after gaining control over the body, they gain control over the mind. That is called pratyahara. That pratyahara means withdrawing the mind from anything external. So after gaining their control over the mind with this pratyahara, then their internal meditation starts. That is dharana. Dharana is their single pointed attention, which is just starting. It is compared to the water that is being poured down without a break. Dharana. So the focus is so sharp and there is such continuity in the meditation. There is no break in between. That is dharana. Next comes dhyana. Dhyana is compared to a honey drop that is falling down. So when the honey drop, a thick honey drop falls down, the stream that it forms, the honey drop, the continuity is even more denser. So the meditation is even more thick, like the flow of honey, that is dharana. And then samadhi is total absorption internally, completely unaware of what's happening externally. Sometimes, they're unaware that they have a material body on top of them. That's samadhi. So all these acharyas, they were in Nam Samadhi, and Leela Samadhi. These are the Leelas. So they could see the transcendental world in their Samadhi. When we try to do the Nama, Harinama, our do's and don'ts are, 4 regulative principles. Don't do them. And do's are, you do these 5 things. You hear about Krishna Katha, you do the japa, like that. Those are do's. Do's and don'ts and do's. And asana, not much focus. In Bhakti Yoga about the asana. And then pratyahara is withdrawing mind. That is what we try to do during the process of anartha nivritti and coming to the stage of nishta. What happens is pratyahara. We are trying to withdraw the mind from anything external and place it with the Harinam, in the Harinam. That's the process of pratyahara. Pulling mind from external and placing it internally. And in our case, Bhakti Yoga, since it is a descending process of mercy, we hold on to the mercy. We hold on to the Harinam. We receive the descending mercy. So the mind can be at the lotus feet. It's not our effort to put the mind at Harinam, but it is receiving the mercy so the mind can be with Harinam. That's pratyahara. And this is what we practice every day during Hari Bhajan, during the japa. And we should understand that's what we are trying to practice. And the purpose of our japa, to do this, so this pratyahara can happen, so we can enter into dharana and dhyana. That is our roadmap. Yeah. And as the pratyahara happens in the dharana, nama, rupa is revealed in the dharana dhyana stage. Rupa and guna are revealed. Of course, in samadhi, the leelas are revealed like this, and they can enter into the leelas also. Goswamis used to enter into the leelas and then return back like that too. And enter in the sense here, you see here, Sadaye Spurati Moramane. It is manifestation in the heart, not physically entering. Because if they quit the body, then they will directly enter the pastimes face to face in Vrajabhumi, in Bhauma Vrindavan. But here, entering the pastime is after the nama, rupa, and the qualities are revealed and experienced by them. They will experience, they will see the pastimes manifesting in their heart. So that is Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. And it was their bhajan. It was just an everyday thing for them. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. They say Krishna and they see the Krishna's pastimes. It's not like, okay, Nama and then Rupa and then Guna, and I work hard and I try and then maybe some pastimes sometime later. They are manjaris from Golokadham. So for them, when they say Krishna, they just see the pastimes. So it doesn't take too much for them to enter into Nam Samadhi, Leela Samadhi, Acharyas, the manjaris. So this bhajan is one of them. Srila Narottama Das Thakur he was seeing. In this, the Nam was revealing Rupa, Guna, Leela, everything. Yeah, that is what Haribhajan is. And as usual, didn't plan on this, right? We prepared with the slideshow. I will stop sharing this. And but at least so far, we have heard about what our roadmap is in Haribhajan, why we are doing this. And we will hear more about how we may be taken there. On Saturday, we will hear more about that. Yeah, but please remember, Pratyahara is the Anartha Nivritti Pratyahara part. If we are diligently doing it with determination, with faith, very important, simplicity and faith. I remember this again, Gaur Govind Maharaj, Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj, saying this repeatedly. Even a neophyte can get to Madhyama, and Madhyama can quickly become Uttamadhikari. By what? Simplicity and association with the Uttama Bhakta. That's it. That's all he said there. Associate with the Uttama Bhakta and then simplicity. This is what Acharya Varga is saying. These are scriptures are saying, I take it. That's the simplicity. Yeah. So if we have that simplicity and if we are associating with the Mahabhagavatas like this with their Vani on a regular basis, very soon we will be uplifted. Another nivritti happens, and then we will be brought to further stages. So by that time, most of the Namaparadas are gone. Trinadapi Sunichena is also happening externally, and internally we are developing the taste for Harinam, and our heart is in Harinam with the feelings of Sharanagati. All these things will be happening. That is our hope. That is what our hankering is at this time. And our way of getting there is simplicity, and then keep hearing from the pure devotees. Yeah, I will pause here, but I really want to see the slideshow of Jyosna Devi Mataji. You made it, Mataji. At least we'll see some of them. And
Okay.
yeah, please.
Mataji, just this thing that, when you read the translation, it's very clear from it in the sense that it's not, mindly created wordings.
Yeah, Prabhu.
It's like he's seeing it and writing it, kind of, it's very
Right, Prabhu. Yeah, isn't that? Yeah. Yeah. So those are our Gurujanas, Mahajanas, and in their footsteps, we beg to follow. Yes, Prabhu. Seeing it and writing, effortlessly flowing out.
right. Yeah.
Because there is nothing else that's happening there. Yeah. Nothing material that's happening there. So it's just the transcendental matters that are flowing out. Prabhu. Thank you. Dai Tava Pache Pache. Yes, Jyosna Devi Mataji. Go ahead, please. Beautiful pictures. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Krishna's transcendental form has a reddish luster in 7 places. His eyes, his palms, the soles of his lotus feet, his palate, his lips, his tongue, and his nails. A reddish luster in these 7 places is considered to be auspicious. 3 parts of his body are broad: his forehead, chest, and waist.
Pause. Sorry to interrupt. Okay. Would you close your eyes?
Mm-hmm.
And please, all of us, can we recall what we have heard?
Mhm.
Can you? Just not Mataji, I couldn't see.
Yeah, so the 5 place or 7
Seven.
are
Seven places.
red
7
of
places
Lord
are
Krishna: palm, feet, lips, palate, tongue, eyes. And then what is broad? The chest is broad and waist is broad. And I think forehead is broad. Yeah.
Forehead.
Yeah. Can we read it slowly, Mataji? If okay with you?
Okay.
I'm trying to catch up as you read, actually.
I'm sorry, I will be so much.
Yeah, please.
3 parts of his body are very deep: his voice, intelligence, and navel. There is highness in 5 parts of his body: his nose, arms, ears, forehead, and thighs. In 5 parts of his body, there is fineness: his skin, the hair on his head, and the other parts of his body, his teeth, and his fingertips. The aggregate of all these bodily features is manifest only in the bodies of great personalities.
Yes, thank you. And I just want to add something. So, whom we are taking darshan of is, that is, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchit Ananda Vigraha, Anadir, Adir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. That's the one who is giving darshan to us now. And that's the transcendental form. Our human image came from the image of Supreme Personality of Godhead, not vice versa. And his whole person, the personality, is made of three elements: Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Our bodies are made of 3 elements: Tamoguna, Rajoguna, and Sattvaguna. So we are bag of modes resembling the transcendental Satchit Ananda Vigraha there, Govinda. Yeah. Yes, please.
Mataji, what's the name of this deity? Do you know? Like
Prabhu, I think Chaupati Radha Gopinath, if I'm not wrong, Prabhu.
okay.
Yeah. Josna Devi Mataji. I knew Radha Golokanatha has to. Please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, sure. His complexion is dark blue, black, like a monsoon cloud full of water, with a translucent quality that emits the dazzling rays of the Brahm Jyoti, the blazing pure white light that is the goal of impersonalists.
Yeah, can we stay here for a few seconds, Prabhu? That's beautiful. Even the darshan of the deities and outfits. Complexion is dark blue, black like monsoon cloud. That's on the left side. Dazzling rays of Brahma Jyoti. Thank you. We are going to save this slideshow, Mataji. Thank you. Next one, please. Somebody else can read.
Krishna is beautiful at his different ages, namely his childhood, Kaumara up to 5 years, his boyhood, Pauganda up to 10 years, and his youth, Kaisora up to 15 years. Out of these 3, his youth is the reservoir of all pleasures and is the time when the highest varieties of devotional service are acceptable. At that age, Krishna is full with all transcendental qualities and is engaged in his transcendental pastimes. Therefore, devotees have accepted the beginning of his youth as the most attractive feature in ecstatic love. Hare Krishna.
So the word, the name Krishna, dhatu, is from Akarshana. That who attracts everything and anything in this universe. Who attracts everything and anything in this universe. And Na is Ananda. One who gives pleasure to everything and anything in the universe, and one who attracts everything and everyone in the universe. That person is Krishna. Yeah, that person is Krishna. Attracted the stones, attracted the non-living entities, attracted the Yamuna water, attracted the trees, fruits, cows, people, so that all-pervasive, attractive force personified is Lord Krishna. Akarshana. Kru is attractive, and that force that gives immense pleasure to everything that is existing, both living and non-living, is Krishna. Yeah, yes, please, next one. So that was Sri Radha Ramanju in Vrindavan in pink, and this is Radha Shyam Sundar in Budapest, Krishna Valley in not Germany, but Krishna Valley, Europe. That's Shivram Swami. Hungary. They have a big farm there. That's Radha Shyam Sundar. Yes, somebody please go ahead.
The creator of the universe, Lord Brahma, has described Lord Krishna's beauty thus: My dear Lord, the inconceivable qualities, beauties, and activities which you have revealed by your presence on this planet cannot be calculated by any material measurement. If one even tries to imagine Krishna may be like this, that is also impossible. The day may come when the material scientist, after many births or after many years, will be able to estimate the atomic constitution of the whole world, or he may be able to count the atomic fragments that permeate the sky, or he may even give an estimate of all the atoms within the universe, but still he will never be able to count the transcendental qualities in your reservoir of transcendental bliss, nor describe your inconceivable beauty. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. And all the paintings that Shyamasundara has on his transcendental form, they are from Giriraj Govardhan. Those minerals are from Govardhan. And the flowers are all forest flowers. And he wears Gunjamala. You don't see Vajravaiduriyas in this all attractive form. That's Shyamasundara.
What is Gunjamala, Mataji?
Gunjamala that's a kind of forest plant, the seeds of a forest plant. I heard the poison berry.
Red color one, right?
Yeah, red and white fruits of that poison berry with black dots on it. Our Giriraj here on the altar also has Kunjamala, and he has red and white with black dots on it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Shyamasundara with the forest flowers and with the mineral paintings. And that's the Kasturi Tilakam that he's wearing. And the peacock feather there to honor the love of the peacocks that were dancing for him. He took a peacock feather from them and honored them by wearing the peacock feather.
What do you mean by Kasturi Tilakam, Mataji?
You see the red markings on the forehead?
That's
made of Kasturi. That's the, Kasturi Tilakam. Even Lord Vishnu has that. It's also a kind of natural mineral powder, Mataji. Yeah, and we want to know more about that. If you find more information on Kasturi Tilakam, please forward. Yeah.
I have just heard that Kasturi is found in the navel of the deer. Is that the same?
That is a fragrance, that musk deer. Musk. I doubt if that is the same as we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fragrant one, and this is a mineral for decoration.
Okay.
Yeah. And next one, please let everybody get it. If you would like to read, Rama Mataji, please go ahead.
Many of the Goswamis of Vrindavan who had personally realized the attractive features of the Supreme wrote many books about the transcendental personality of God. One of the greatest of these saints was Rupa Goswami, who wrote a list of Krishna characteristics in his book Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. The list describes 64 different qualities of God that are mentioned in the Vedic literature. This again confirms that the Lord is not merely an impersonal force, but a person who interacts in every way with the creation and the living entities that are within the creation that manifests from Him. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So that's the Lord who is sitting, who is Harinam, that is trying to interact with us. See, in the Harinam, Lord Krishna is present with his Swarup Shakti. And the Swarup Shakti wants to enter within us, Jiva Shakti. That's when the Bhakti potency is induced into the Jiva. All we need to do is let the Swarup Shakti enter within us. And how would that happen? With simplicity. Lord Krishna, Viswarup Shakti, Sri Radhika, they are present in this holy name. That is the holy name that is given to me now. That's simplicity. And as we chant, let the Harinam take over. So this is what we call as giving ourselves to the holy name or receiving the holy name, like that. So when the Swarup Shakti enters within us, that's when the change is happening. The mind will also stabilize, and then Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila, all that happens when Swarup Shakti enters within us. Not because we are trying to do something with the mind, something with our intellect, we are trying to do this and that. No. All we need to do is just simply let the Harinam get into us. Invite Harinam. Let's just receive Harinam. Let the Lord and Swarup Shakti come into our heart. And if you notice here, see Srila Rupa Goswami, he has enumerated different qualities of the Lord. This is Guna. So this is what they see in the bhajan. They perceive it. That's why they put it on the paper and they are passing on the information to us, whatever they are perceiving in their bhajan, the leelas, the gunas, the form, and the pastimes. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he wrote a book, Govinda Leela Amrita. That's of a very high cadre, pastimes. But he saw, he could see all the pastimes in the Leela Bhajan. Okay, we'll move on to the next one, please. Anybody else would like to read?
Very question. This list includes the following qualities: beautiful features of the entire body, marked with all auspicious characteristics, extremely pleasing, effulgent, strong, ever youthful, wonderful linguist, truthful, talks pleasingly, fluent, highly learned, highly intelligent, a genius, artistic, extremely clever, expert, grateful, firmly determined, an expert judge of time and circumstances, sees and speaks on the authority of the scriptures, the Veda, pure, self-control, steadfast, forbearing, forgiving, grave, self-satisfied, possessing equilibrium, magnanimous, religious, heroic, compassionate, respectful, gentle, liberal, shy, protector of surrendered souls, happy, well-wisher of devotees, controlled by love, all auspicious, most powerful, all famous, popular, partial to devotees, very attractive to all women, all worshipable, all opulent, all honorable, and the supreme controller. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. It says very attractive to all women. Just to bring it to our attention, Jiva Shakti is all meant to be enjoyed. We are all paraphernalia for worship. So Jiva Shakti, all the living entities, are in the category of all women. There's only one Purusha, that's Shri Krishna. The Jiva Shakti is all to be enjoyed, paraphernalia for worship. Yes, please. The next one. Is anybody else there to?
Thanks, Mataji, covering that. That was the question I had.
You had that question. Okay, Prabhu. That's why in Tulsi Aarti also, everybody sings Sakhi Ranugata Karo. Because ultimately, transcendentally, we are all assisting Srimati Radharani, the pleasure potency of Sri Krishna, Bhakti Devi. So, yeah, that is our identity. Jiva Shakti is to be enjoyed by the Supreme Purusha. Next one. Do we have next slide and anybody else to read? Or that is it?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Beyond the above mentioned qualities, which may be seen in other forms of divinity, such as the demigods, Lord Krishna has the following exceptional qualities, which are also manifested in the form of Narayana or Vishnu, his form as the Lord of Vaikuntha. These are 56 inconceivable potency. These are inconceivable potency, uncountable universes are generated from his body, the original source of all incarnations, the giver of salvation to the enemies he kills, and the attractor of liberated souls. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare. Maybe the last one I can read because the 4 qualities are there. And anybody else left over to read, please? No? Everybody had their turn? So, okay. Besides the above mentioned traits, Lord Krishna has 4 more qualities that are found only in him. So the absolute personality of Godhead, if he's having these extra 4 qualities, then his name is Krishna. What are those 4 qualities? Yeah, Leela Madhuri, performer of wonderful pastimes, especially childhood pastimes. And surrounded by devotees, endowed with surpassed love of Godhead. The attractor of all living entities in all universes through the expert playing of his flute, Venu Madhuri. Possessor of unexcelled beauty without rival, the Rupa Madhuri. All of these qualities are those of someone who has a highly developed form and personality. I don't know what to say about this last sentence. All of these qualities, if somebody is possessing, then that is, all of these qualities, if somebody is possessing in full, then that personality is Lord Krishna. Then that personality is called Krishna. If somebody is possessing the 60 qualities only that were mentioned so far, then that personality is called Narayana. Yeah. Anyway, so those are the wonderful transcendental qualities of the Lord. Maybe we will save this for later. Is okay, Jyosna Devi Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Maybe we should just, this slideshow will continue, Mataji. We'll just add more to this in the future.
Yeah. Yes,
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much. This is Nayananandam. Yeah. We had this taste a little bit when Prabhu was presenting in Bhakti Vriksha, just watching, honoring the beauty of the Lord. Wonderful, wonderful slides with even the background color of this text is also wonderful. I knew I cannot do this, and I knew somebody else can really do it well. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jyosna Devi Mataji, for beautiful slides, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, it was for all of us. Krishna's darshan, beautiful.
Yes, Mataji, thank you very much. It's Nayanananda, as Mataji mentioned.
Right, yeah. So far we have heard about Harinam, Krishna's guna, the qualities, and we also knew the marks, auspicious marks of the lotus feet of the Harinam, Hari, Krishna. So we have some information, not information only, but yeah, from the sources, from our Gurujana, we have heard something about Nama, Rupa, and Guna. So, well, on Saturday, we'll do the rest. Okay, so shall we pause here? Anything else?
Thank you, Mataji, for the comparison you explained Bhakti Yoga in terms of Ashtanga Yoga, Mataji.
Yeah.
That emphasizes on what we are doing and what we are trying to achieve.
Yes. Yeah. And we have to remember that what we are doing is according to the scriptures, and we are at the stage of pratyahara, which is anartha nivritti. And it is in our hands to diligently and with utsaha nischaya dhairyat, with these instructions from the acharyas, can walk through the stage of pratyahara with the directions of our Guru Varga, not our mental speculation. That is they have laid down the path when we simply have to follow their instructions, and soon we will see that we are walking through it and we are past it. That's pratyahara. Yes, Mataji. Thank you. And we will discuss more on Saturday about this stage of Nama Bhasa. That is equivalent to this pratyahara is equivalent to the initial stage of the Nama Bhasa clearing phase. We'll talk more. All right. Yeah. Since it's 9:50, we'll pause here. Okay. Thank you all so much. Akila Rasamrita Murti, Karuna Sindhu, Tribhanga, Shama Sundara, Krishna Chandra Ki Jaya, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jaya, Samavita Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jaya. Hare Krishna.